welcome to today's video. So I went to the Turner's Gardenland Eclipse party. So I got to go plant shopping and view the eclipse at the same time. How awesome is that? My favorite activity, and this once in I don't know how many years event. So I have this little eclipse viewer that they've been giving out for free, and so I can safely view the eclipse. And you can kind of see right now, my phone's not picking it up, but it's starting to look like a crescent. And so I'm just going to be watching out for the eclipse, and it's my first one ever, so I was really excited. So there's nothing like having a first experience. So first and foremost, Turner's got these Persian limes in. They're $65, and I'm a little bit jealous because I got a really small one from Home Depot recently, and I would have liked a bigger size if I could have one, but $20 versus $65, I guess it's okay. I am watching my spending. They have some key limes and a bunch of citrus, this Tangelo. I believe a Tangelo is a tangerine and a pomelo mixed together, so it's a little bit tart. My parents really like that variety, yet they've never given me one to try, so what the heck? I'm gonna have to ask them because I am looking for more citrus to grow, so it's one of those things that will produce from the fall and winter months. They got a Hamlin orange here. And I want to extend my harvest, year-long harvest, because a lot of the things that I have will produce during the spring and summer, but I don't have a lot of things that will produce in the winter and fall. So I really want to cushion that time of year. And they have this Republic of Texas orange, a classic navel orange for $60. Now this one is really great. It's easier to peel, variety of orange, so that's why I got one of those. And then they also have this Kata pink navel. Really interesting. So it's not a blood variety. I really wonder what the difference is. So I'm gonna have to look that up later on. And then they also have this Valencia orange. Now the Valencia orange is not as easy to peel, but the benefit is it's a really juicy orange. So if you're looking for a juicing orange, that would be the one you would get. They also have this Mars orange. And so I have the navel and the Valencia orange. And then I also have a Terrico blood one. And they have some Moros up at the front. It's not back here with the rest of them. But yeah, so there's the citrus. They have a ton. They got a big shipment in, so they're just teeming with citrus right now. And then of course you have the classic improved Myers lemon. I actually was at Turner's recently. I mean, I go at least like once a week. So this is a New Zealand lemonade lemon. I also want to look that one up, but I already have, you know, my Meyer lemon. But lemonade, what does that mean? Is it good for juicing? I know the Ponderosa lemon gets really big, and that's a variety that I've considered grabbing for juicing because they get like massive. And then they have this Eureka Frost, and so I'm not sure. I'm thinking of getting some mandarins to help me with the fall and winter time of year. I already have an Awari Satsuma mandarin, and then I have a clementine mandarin. And I just really like how easy they are to eat. Like you can just peel them, and you know, it's a nice easy snack. I'm not really familiar with avocados, admittedly. I just went with Haas for what I got. And so, yeah, I was at Turner's recently with my parents, and they had come to visit me. It was a nice little surprise. And we had come to Turner's, and I got to pick out some salad greens that my dad purchased for me, and then they treated me to lunch. So it was really awesome. And I definitely made sure to thank them and, you know, tell them how much I appreciated them stopping by. It's definitely important to give appreciation to our loved ones and vocalize any feelings of happiness or gratitude. and just share moments that make us happy with each other. I really try to do this with my partner. Anytime he does something that particularly, makes me happy, or, I'm appreciating him or thinking about how much I love him, I think it's important to say so. Even for simple stuff, like thanks for cutting the grass. I really appreciate that. Like that was super helpful. Stuff like that. So call me sentimental, but I think it's important to vocalize your feelings, because we can't just assume that they'll get across, and we need to make sure people know that they're loved and appreciated. So anyway. Okay, so we're at the mangoes, and I'm really excited about mangoes right now. There is the Kerry mango. They have this mango sweet tart. I think I'm going to come back for this because I've been doing a lot of research. I went down a rabbit hole. Peach cobbler mango, like what? There's so many varieties. Ice cream mango, like what is even this? It's $70. And so Gary Zill in the 90s decided to take up this project, and I think he's created over 90 varieties. So like the sweet tart and the creme brulee, and I think even the ice cream are Zill mangoes. And then we have the classic Glen. I do have one of those. It's a classic mango producer, very productive, just great, reliable. And then the Tommy Atkins, which is another old variety. And so he created all these mangoes, and I was just learning all about them. Here's the Valencia Pride, highly vigorous tree. And then the creme brulee, that's another new variety. I believe that one is a Zill as well. And then we have the fruit cocktail mango, another new variety. I've never seen these here before. So exciting, especially because I was just reading about these Zill mangoes. And so for these varieties to come to my local store, like, oh, I got so excited. And then of course they got the Nam Doc Mais. And so I was really looking into everybody's like top 10. I was forum scrolling and watching videos about the Zill mangoes and all these new varieties coming out. And basically he bred for flavor. That was his main goal. He wanted to create new flavors. And so you have mangoes that have more of a spicy component. Here's another mango. This is coconut cream. I've heard that one's also really popular, but it's not as reliable as a producer. So for now, I have decided against this one. Anyway, Mandarin Page, another classic. I might get that for my fall, winter extended harvest plans. We'll see. But I'm not in a rush. Like I know they'll be here. Anyways, so the flavor profiles of the of the mangoes. You also have like lemony citrus mangoes. So there's like lemon zest and orange sherbet and orange essence. And then you have like coconutty ones, so coconut cream. And then there's this one called Honey Kiss with like hints of honey. And so I'm just, going crazy. This is on my off day, going down this rabbit hole of all these mangoes, getting so excited. And I'm like, oh my God, I really want to buy more mango trees, more fruit trees. And I'm so excited to try new things. My partner and I have had, I wouldn't say exotic, but they're not really grown here and they are kind of specialty. So yeah, we've been having like exotic fruit tasting sessions. So we got blood orange, tasted that. We got a plum cot, which was really delicious. In the past, we tried some Plueries that came to our local grocery store. I really enjoyed those too. Oh, the plum cot was so good though. So now I'm like, oh, maybe I need to get a plum cot. And so it's definitely something, I was crazy about houseplants, and now this has just bled into fruit trees and growing all sorts of stuff. And then very recently we tried a persimmon, and then we got a guava from the Asian market, and then we also got rambutans, which were so good. I was actually thinking I wanted to grow rambutans or lychee or lychee, however you say it. And we'll come to find out, we're not in the right zone. We're zone 9B. You need to be in zone 10 or above for rambutan. Like it's a truly tropical fruit. But we can grow lychee, so I want to get my hands on some lychee. I think it's like a sister or a cousin of the rambutan. So if we like it, we can grow that instead. We also tried star fruit recently. It was really expensive. I spent $2 for this really small piece. So I kind of like, I guess, what would you call it? My pitch, right? My pitch was like, oh, we paid $2 for this small star fruit. Can you imagine if we grew them and they are very highly productive trees? You know, that'd be a good return on money. And now I'm like, should I start an orchard? Should we get some land? Should I just make money like growing fruit? You know, like a small-time gardener, you know, nothing big, but like that's where my passion is right now and something that I'm very excited in. So previously I did have a limit of 42 fruit trees, and I kind of sat down and I talked with my partner, and I'm like, okay, like how likely is it that we're going to move away, or how far are we going to move away, or, you know, what's the future going to look like? Because recently we did have a family member pass away. We went to the funeral and whatnot. And I do think it's important to stay by family, you know, they're your community. So realistically, I was like, should we even leave this area? Like, I don't know if we should go very much farther away if we decide to get a new property, because it's important to stay together. And so on that note, like, if we're not gonna go very far, I might as well go a little bit crazier, you know, with my trees, because I'm not gonna be moving them across states now, you know? And I want to go crazy, basically. And so they told me to just have a backup plan and, you know, do what makes me happy. So I'm like, okay, do what makes me happy. Okay, I'm gonna go buy fruit trees. I feel like if I'm gonna be obsessed over something, at least it's something that's positive, right? By having plants, by having fruit trees and growing food, like, this is a positive thing to be obsessed about. So it's okay. This is something that even my partner agrees. Like, if I'm gonna be crazy about something, like, at least it's these things. Anyway, so yeah, I got to see my first eclipse. So it happened at approximately 11:55 a.m. It was October 14th, a Saturday, 2023, and, you know, my partner did meet up with me at the little Turner's Eclipse party. I was just so excited. I got to see my first eclipse, and that's so special. Next year there's going to be a full eclipse, so now we're thinking we might plan a trip around that, so we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that was plant shopping at the Turner's Eclipse party. They have some vendors in their walkway in the very back, but, you know, there's a lot of people there, so I didn't really want to bother them. There's still like booths setting up as well when I was here, and then they had like a food truck, and they had a DJ and music, so I really love how they like just made it into this event. It was so cool. But anyway, so thanks for joining me for this shopping and eclipse viewing, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as for you, go plant a tree. Bye.